Hello friends. So we have started the series that is called Java Collection. In that we have learned about collection. Then we go through the array, why we need array, and how we can store the elements in the array. And also after that we have done the why we need the collection framework and what is the drawbacks of array. So we also learn about that. So, in briefly, we can say that array size is fixed. So we cannot change the array size after creating the array. And also we cannot store the heterogeneous data in the array. So if you try to store the different data types data in one array, we cannot do that. And also predefined methods are not available in the array, like sorting, then adding, then removing. These methods are not present in the array. That's why we need a collection framework. So after that, we see the difference between array and collection. So all these things are we need to how why we need the collection. All these things are we learn about in last video. In today's video, we are going to see the collection hierarchy. For in that, we are going to see the like a collection. After that, their parent, then child. All these things we are going to see in today's video. Before starting the collection hierarchy, we have to see the interfaces and what is the classes and why we need the interfaces and why we need the class. So before that, we are going to see that. So first, I'm going to see with the example. If you see the I have created the vehicle, then car, and this is a main method that will call the main method and to execute the code. So first of all, we going through the vehicle interface. If you see the representation of the interface, first of all, I have given the public to get this class in every package. That means we can call this class in every code or every package that are present in the collection project. We can call that interface. We have to give the public, and you can also give a default to use in the only one package. You can do that also. After that, if you see, I have given the interface keyword that will initialize the interface, and that will give the this class the with name as interface. And after that, I have given the that interface name, that is vehicle. And then I have created one abstract method. Abstract method means without a body, we have to give to create or any method. We can hide the and you cannot show the inbuilt methods that are present in the any method. So we can do that. So first of all, I have given the public. That means we can use this method in every package or any class. Void means we don't have to return anything. Void means we don't have to return anything. We just have to print, or you can use this method to just run the some code. So you can do that. And I have given the method name, that is model, and opening and closing bracket. This is the representation of abstract method. We have to represent in that order. And after that, we have to just create the car class or any class that we have to implement the interface. So I have created that class. So I have given the class name as a car. First of all, we have to give the uh, public or default to access the class. And after that, we have to give class as a class keyword, and we have to give car, that is name of the class. And after that, if you want to implement that interface, or if you don't want the implementation, directly remove this and directly opening and closing bracket. You can do that also. And if you see that I have, after removing this, I am getting the error because this method is not present in the class. So this override will check that this method is already present in other implementation and we are overriding. That means we are uh, implementing that method. So if you I remove this, it will remove the error. And to implement the interface, we have to give implement keyword, and we have to give the interface name, that is vehicle. And after that, we have to implement that method. We have to call all the things that are present in that interface, like a public void model. So we cannot change the return type in the interfaces. If you try to return the string, it will give error, because if you see that this at the point, this is not able to incompatible with the vehicle dot model. So that means we cannot override, not able to override this method. So that's why we have to give void that are present in this method. So that is why we use interfaces to store the methods, or to create a blueprint of that class we want to implement, and we can store every method in the interface. That's why we have use interfaces. And to access these classes, we have to create one main class. In that main class, we have created the main method, that is public static void main. In that, we call car class. First of all, we have to initialize with a car, that is a car class. Then we have to give variable name equal to. We have to give keyword new to store the memory and to preserve the memory in the memory location. That's why we have to give the new keyword. And after that, we have to initialize, or we have to convert that class into object. So that's why we have to give car opening and closing bracket. This is the representation of to create every class in Java. And after that, we have to call this method to car.model, and it will call that method. And if you try to run that, it will give the required output that is present in the car. And that is the representation of interfaces and classes. Why we need interface and class. So this is all about that. So after that, we are going to see the collection hierarchy. In the collection hierarchy, if you see, the collection is the interface, that means the collection is the parent of every element that are present in the collection. So that's why we have collection. In that collection, there are different methods like add, then remove, add all. These are all methods that are present in the collection interface that will implement these below elements, like a list, queue, and set. All these elements are implements the add all methods to store the data or to remove the data, that will use this that collection interface methods. And after that, there are three types of collection, like a list, queue, and set. These all are also the interface. That means in list there are different method are present in the list. Then queue also have different method that are implements their child. And also set has the different method that are uses their childs. So in first of all, we start with the list. So list has two childs, that is array list and linked list. So first of all, the array list means you can save the duplicates. You can also store in a respective order. If you try to add every element in the array list, we can store with the same order. And in linked list, there is no difference between array list and linked list. Just only one difference is that array list, in linked list, we can store the next value and the value, like if you store the one in the first position, and if you store the two in second position, so two will store also the parent value and also the after coming value also in the linked list. And to if you go to the second interface, that is queue interface, that will implement the class priority queue. In priority queue, if you see, so if you try want to store according to your priority, you can store in the queue. And in the third part of the collection is set. So set has different types, like if you want to remove the duplicates, if you don't want to save the duplicates in the your list, you can use the set. So set has different types, like a hash set, then link hash set. In hash set, you can don't have the control over the insertion order. So that's why we have to use the link hash set that will store the order of the insertion. And also there is a sorted set. If you want to sort the insertion order, like in increasing order or decreasing order, you can do that. So that's why we created the sorted set. After the collection, there is one also one interface that will not present in the not implement the collection interface, but it is under the collection hierarchy. That is collection framework. So that is a map. In map, we can store the key and value. If you want to store the student name and with their marks, we can do that in the map. So there are different types of classes that are present in the map, like hash map, link hash map, sorted map is a interface, and hash map and link hash map is a class. So that we same with the hash map, in that we cannot predict the order of the element that are inserted in the hash map, but to get the order, we have to use link hash map. And also in the sorted map, if you want to sort in the increasing order or decreasing order, so we have to use the tree map. So all this is about the collection hierarchy. From tomorrow's video, we are going to start with the link interface. In that, we are going to see all the things related to list, how we can create the list, how can we implement the array list, and how can we add, remove, and we are going to see the one problem that is related to array list. So thank you.